What's up, Headless Horde? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're counting down the top 10 questions that I have for the final 3 episodes of the Skeleton Crew. Guys, don't forget, smash that like, subscribe if you're new, and let's get on with the list. Now, this is in no particular order, but these are the top questions I have moving forward with the Disney Plus series. Alright, number 1 is, who exactly is Captain Rad, and why was his hologram blurred so we could not see him? So we know that Captain Rad is a mysterious character whose identity is hidden. The blurry hologram might mean he's connected to important people or events within the Star Wars universe, such as maybe a secret Imperial leader, possibly a powerful criminal figure, or someone linked to the ancient Jedi or Sith lore. This mystery could make the story more exciting, but we won't know until his identity is revealed, and chances are we will find out probably in the last couple episodes. There is also a possibility that Rad could be an ally. One popular prediction that I have seen is that he might be linked to the remnants of the Empire of an ancient group, which could explain all the secrecy surrounding him. The second question I have is, are any of the children possibly Force sensitive? So specifically, we are talking about Wim, Neil, KB, or Fern. One or more of the kids might have a connection to the Force. Now for me, I'm looking at Fern. So for example, she seems to have strong instincts and empathy, like when she sensed danger before the others or confronted KB when they were scared, which could mean she's Force sensitive. If that's true, she could become a key character, especially if she learns how to use her abilities. One prediction I have is that Fern's abilities might awaken during a moment of crisis, forcing the group to protect her. Question number 3, and I have several questions relating to Jad, so this is the first one. Is he a former Sith or Jedi? Jad's mysterious nature and his ability to use powers like the Force suggest he has an interesting past. He could have been a Jedi who left during the Clone Wars, or a Sith who turned away from the dark side. If he's not either, maybe he trained for a short time. His past could come back to challenge him, and this will lead him to mentor the kids. Now, some people believe that Jad might have been a Padawan who escaped Order 66, which would explain his hesitancy to reveal his powers. But here's the thing. He was not afraid to reveal all of these powers to the kids. I mean, right when he met them, he ended up using it to get them out of the jail cell. Now, some of the predictions I've seen online and also in the comment section of my last video has to do with possibly being the son of a Jedi. So one person who commented said, what about if it was Qui-Gon's son? Another said, what about the son of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Duchess Satine? I made a connection between him and possibly being a Padawan of Cal Kestis. If you did not check out that video, I'll put a link up above and you guys can check that one out as well. Regardless of what we find out, the mystery surrounding Jad is one of the most compelling things of the series, and I think the way that the last episode ended with him picking up the lightsaber and then igniting it off screen really makes me want to see what is going to happen next. And this is why I think this show is so well done, because I think that in The Acolyte, I just didn't care about all the little cliffhangers that they tried to have. Where in this show, maybe beside episode 4, every episode left me with wanting more, especially in episode 5. Alright, question 4. Is Jad truly using the Force, or is he using something to allow him to grab these objects, such as like a magnet or new technology? Now, if it is the Force, he might not be fully trained, or could be holding back on purpose. This mystery adds to his character, and future episodes will probably reveal the truth about him and his powers. One prediction is, if it is not the Force that he's using, is it some type of ancient relic that he has discovered, which would give him Force-like powers? Question 5 is, who exactly is the Director of Aten? Now, the Director of Aten is probably the person in charge of the facility's strange activities, such as experiments with ancient technology, the use of the mining operations, and the secretive research that might affect the galaxy. This here is obviously the link between the skeleton crew and how Palpatine somehow returns.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
But let's say for a moment we're not going to have any type of connection. It could just be some type of Imperial scientist, maybe a rebel spy, or someone just working on their own goal. Again, it could just be a person that we've never met. It could be someone that's not linked to anything, and it's just a big part of the story in this part of the galaxy. Now, if they are a villain, they might see the kids as tools for their own purposes. One prediction I have is that it could just be a former Republic official now working in secret, adding more layers to the overall mystery of the series. Obviously, I think that the minting of the Old Republic credits has something to do with all of this, but the real question there is, what is the money being produced for? Is it literally just to keep this planet going, or is there something more grand in the works? Number 6 is related to the previous question. Is the treasure on Aten the minting process of the Old Republic credits, or is it something completely different? The treasure might be something tied to the Old Republic, and it could be the credits, but also it could be advanced technology, knowledge, or something connected to the Force. If it's about the creating of the old credits, it could symbolize a shift in power. Whatever it is, the reveal will probably have a big impact on the story. And way back in episode 1, I said I think that the overall mystery of this actual story is what is actually happening on Aten. Question 7 is, do any of the adults on Aten truly know what is going on? The adults on Aten might only know bits and pieces of the truth. Some could think they're doing good work, while others might be hiding darker secrets. As the kids learn more, this could cause conflicts and change who they can actually trust back home. A possible outcome is that one adult will team up with the kids after realizing the true danger of what's been going on. Question 8. When exactly did Captain Rad's ship, the Onyx Cinder, crash on Aten? And was he the pilot, or was it someone else? When the Onyx Cinder crashed, this is going to be a vital clue about Rad's goals. If it happened a long time ago, it might connect to major events like the Clone Wars. Whether Rad was the pilot or not, the ship's cargo or passengers could hold valuable secrets. One prediction is that the ship might have carried ancient artifacts or refugees, and this would then tie it to the larger Star Wars timeline. It could just be as simple as it carried these Old Republic credits, and that is the gist of what makes the planet a treasure. Number 9. Do the pirates who are chasing the kids have anything else to do in the show but be a background threat, so the crew needs to keep moving and looking over their shoulder? So right now I am completely not impressed with the pirates. They have maybe not even 8 minutes of screen time throughout the series. So right now for me, it is probably the weakest part of the whole series, because I just don't feel that they are any type of threat. Now, as we move on through these last 3 episodes, it is possible they become more important. They could have key information, connections to Jedi, or show how chaotic the galaxy has become. If they stay as a one-dimensional villain, though, they might just be a way to keep the story moving forward. But giving them more depth could make them a bigger part of the plot. One prediction I have is that the pirates might be working for a larger group, like the remnants of the Empire, which could then tie them to the main conflict. Finally, the last question might be one of the biggest questions that a lot of people have, is Jad related to any other Star Wars character in canon. Now, earlier we talked about how maybe a former Padawan to someone, maybe somebody's son. If Jad is related to someone from Star Wars canon, it could connect the show to the larger universe. He might be a descendant of a Jedi, Sith, or someone important from the movies. This connection could make his story more meaningful and affect how he helps the kids. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what your largest question is that you have in the final 3 episodes that you absolutely need answered. Don't forget, keep those heads on, and I'll see you guys in the next video.